This is Uncle Nerf, and I'm finally doing the review for the LEGO Star Wars Ewok Village. And it's just taking me so long, my camera's been difficulties with the lighting. And I hope it doesn't do it this time, because the only reason I haven't uploaded those with the lighting is because it would hurt your eyes watching it. So I didn't think I'd want to do that to you. So now let's get to the actual review. So this is the, like I said, LEGO Star Wars Ewok Village. Recommended ages is 12 and up. Set number 10236. Ewok Village. And there is 1,990 pieces. And this is $250. So the price count isn't really that good, but it is Star Wars, and Star Wars is known to be a little bit more expensive than all the other themes are. So I guess it's okay, but it's still on the expensive side. I think, if I calculate correctly, it's about between 12 and 13 cents per piece, but it has lots of minifigures you can see. And speaking of minifigures, there's going to have to be a separate video for minifigures. So now let's get to the actual set. Okay guys, so I'm going to be showing you the stuff in the order that I built it. So these are the first two things that I built: the Ewok catapult and the Scout Troopers speeder bike. And so let's start out with the speeder bike, seeing that's pretty much a lot of people can recognize this and pretty much know what it is. So they give you these clear pieces to give you the illusion that it's flying, but it can still pretty much stay like this. It's pretty much balanced still with the ski shoes in the back. I think that's kind of cool. And I have not, or I don't remember a lot of different versions of the speeder bike. However, this does look very similar to other ones and also slightly different, which is very contradicting in itself. But what's kind of nice in this one, even though I don't think it's really supposed to, is you can make it the illusion that it's turning. I don't think it's supposed to do that, but whatever. And the one thing that I really don't like about this, well, there's actually a couple things, is that I don't like this little thing up here, because I know it has the same colors, like back here has those, but it just doesn't. I wish it wasn't like in black. I wish that was a different color. And then this thing, I just don't get why that's a different color. Why can't it just be black or brown? That would made so much better. But it's really good. It has a place to hold the Scout Trooper's gun. You can readjust these how you want to position your Scout Trooper or Stormtrooper or whoever the rebels are, or rebels, because they're stealing from them. But yeah, so this is a nice little thing. You can get the, I don't know the exact same version, but you can also get the speeder bike in the battle pack. It's probably not the same exact one though. So now onto the catapult. So this thing is very interesting. I really like this. So has lots of detail, as this entire set does. So where should I start? Well, it has a bucket, holds 6 shots for the catapult. And how this works, so you only take 1 shot. And how it has this rubber thing in here. You probably can't see it, but right there, it's rubberized. It's a thing from, I first saw it in the Chima set with the Ring of Fire. That's where I first saw it. Don't know where it originally came from. But, so it has that, so what you do is you just push that back and fire. So, I thought this wouldn't work that well because it's not really pulling it back that far, but because of the rubber piece, it does work pretty well, which I was very happy to see. So, I really like the addition of these here. It gives the idea like you have to wind up the catapult and then you can let go. So, but there, I like having the foliage, like it's kind of blending in with the ground. And that's a dark forest green. And I like the use of the droid arms here and here to kind of position so like this to ground it to the ground. And then these to kind of hold the catapult arm in place. I love the use of the two different color of browns, the dark brown and the, I guess, less dark brown. I'm not sure the exact colors. Well, I guess I should say wood brown because this is wood and, but so, I don't know. Whatever you want to call them. But it's two different browns, looks good. These Technic pins, I wish they kind of hid those up better. You could have done that easily with just, well, maybe not too easily, but I don't know. I wish they'd cover that up a bit because that's kind of a little annoying, out of place, I guess. But these are very, probably the smallest part and people will pay least attention to, but very cool. So this is the next thing I built, which is the first tree, and I have the Scout Trooper climbing the rope right now. Get off there. Then this Ewok can fall over, I guess. And so let's bring this a little closer. And so I really like the detailing on this, and I find it interesting that they use this, like the typical grass colored for the base of everything, and more towards the top, right, in the sound, you can see them more towards the dark and olive green. The camera focuses, or whatever. But so pretty much every single tree trunk has a feature to it. This one, its feature uses the Ewok, or pretty much any one. So you just set them up in there. You're supposed to stand them up. And then there's something you pull in the back. And they slide down. So I can see this feature being used in 3 ways. One, can be used for trapdoor for the stormtroopers. Once they get it up, they fall right back down. Second way, it's used for the Ewoks to launch themselves into the battle. The third way, which I would think it would be used the most and the best way, it's just a fun slide. I think that's the best way to use it. Because who wouldn't want to just basically sit here and be launched down? That, like, probably 60, 70 foot slide. I think that'd be so much fun. But, so, that's pretty much the main feature for this. I'm just gonna, these torches up here are adjustable to whatever you want. So let's turn this thing around so you can see more detailing on it. So you can see now this is the lever that you pull back. It's a little stuck at first, but after a while it'll get more loose the more you use it, which makes sense. So it's pretty boring back here, but it has this one thing, so it's not completely bland. It uses the 3 shades of brown. This is more of a orange brown, I guess. But what I really love about this part is focus. Don't know if it's gonna focus enough, but those are printed mushrooms. Yes, I think those are very unique pieces, and I like this a lot. I don't know if this is for a set for them or what it is, but I just really like these pieces. So this is pretty much until like this very top, like right here, it's in here. It's very symmetrical. Well, I shouldn't say that, but because this part is not, well, it kind of is. So yeah, it's pretty much symmetrical until these branches come up here. Then that's not really symmetrical at all. But what's nice is you can see this is the end. However, if I take this off, you see these are the Technic pieces that are also on this side, which holds the bridge, the loose bridge, which I really enjoyed. So basically, if you're crazy enough and a big enough Star Wars fan, you can get multiple Ewok Village sets and use the bridge pieces and make your own Ewok city. But I don't know anyone who would ever do that. They would have to be insane to do that. But let me know in your comments if you would actually spend that much money to get multiple Ewok Village sets. So I think that's it for this part. I'm just going to do a quick view from the top here. Rotate this thing 360 so you can see it in its entirety. But other than that, I think it's going to be the next part, which pretty much the rest of it. Yeah, so after this is the rest of it. So now let's do that part. This entire part I'm going to just do the bottom trunks of the tree, or the bottom half. And each single trunk has a little play feature. For this one, it has the 3 steps that you can walk up any Ewok. I have Wicket here, and put any Ewok in there. And there's supposed to be stickers in here, but I didn't feel like putting the stickers on, so I can't really forget exactly what they were, but it was like, I think one of them was like, I don't remember. Whatever. So that's that one. So then the one over here, this one is fairly simple. Just has the spider web come out, and then the spider is right here. All that. So this one is kind of probably the worst one. There's just this little level there, and that's pretty much how you do that one. But you have to be careful not break it off. I've already done that like 2 times. So yeah. So now this back one. Let's work our way back here. And so what I loved about this is every single trunk was built up differently. Because of, not just because of all the play features, but everything on it was different about it. So this one, I'm guessing this one you're supposed to hold like extra weapons or something. So I figured at first that you're supposed to put they give you I think 3 extra spears. So at first I figured that you could, but it doesn't fit really in that area in the clip. So that doesn't make any sense. So then I guess that's where you could put Luke's lightsaber, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense either, but whatever. Guess you could put that there. And then the other thing I think you could put there, not mistaken, is if I can put it in there. Let's see. Can I do it? Or am I failure? Nope, it doesn't go in there. So, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, whatever. But it has 2 clips in there that you can put stuff in there. The lightsabers can go in there. So I guess that's what that's for. But my favorite was definitely this one, and the stickers are really cool. I just don't have the stickers on. Yeah. So that's pretty much... No, it is not. I forgot about one play feature. So back here, this is supposed to be up there. So basically this is for when someone's on the speeder bike, zooming through. This is the scene. Not sure if they did it with speeder bike, but I know that they did it with the ATST. And these are supposed to be the giant, enormous logs that they threw and smashed the, what was it, the ATST with. So this is supposed to resemble that. So there's a thing that you just pull off. And so I guess if you get it to be exactly the spot, don't know exactly what it's supposed to be, but, and let's say, and then smashes the rider. That's a little brutal, but it's what they did. So, and then the thing I thought very interesting about the bottom part is that these pieces are not connected at all. these are pretty much the same exact build except for these mushrooms. And this has one of the printed pieces, the others are just a plain color, the base color. Other than that, they're pretty much the same build, and this one has the, like, whenever I see these pieces, I keep thinking of the Bionicle play sets with the Paraka. That's the only thing that this can remind me of, but I know it's, I don't know what else they are, but I guess vines? I don't know. I just see the Paraka spines from the play sets. I don't know, whatever. So, that really shocked me that these pieces are not really connected to any studs. They just sit in there. So, that's for, now let's move up a little bit. So this is the top section, and I'm going to be working from the left to my right. So let's start here. And I really like how they added the little stairs in there, in the little vegetation coming off them. So now let's turn this around. All of these top portions turn around, which is nice. So down here we have a nice little bed with a nightstand, and there's a torch in there. And then up a little bit. My camera really does not want to focus. But this black panel here is supposed to be a sticker, having like some TIE fighter. And there's a bow and arrow. Then up here, there's nothing really special at all. It's just, it's a tree, so there has to be branches and leaves. So that's that one. So this one in the far back. It's kind of hard to see, there's nothing really from the front portion. So let's turn this around. We've got a nice little fire pit. That's pretty much all this one is. A nice little fire pit. So it kind of reminds me of when all the Ewoks were sent around and C-3PO were telling the stories of something, because he's like the thing that they praise or something, bow down to, something weird voodoo stuff. Then up top here, all we have is another mini catapult with 4 more things to launch, and then more tree stuff. So this one is definitely the one with the most. From the front, that's gonna have the 2 torches. It's a very tall tree. It's the tallest one, I think. If we turn this around, it has some food in there and a cooking pot to make some food, which is nice. And then the wall, not really anything. But up top, there's more food, a carrot, and then a sack of, I guess you could say, flour, if you really want to. But the main point for this tree is to capture Chewbacca with the meat. So it's supposed to be all the way at the bottom, but what I did at the top here is you can, and then just put it there, and then it'll catch itself. But then you can raise it, bring them up to level, start to eat them. Then you can kind of attach it to a stud down there, or maybe not. Attach it to a stud, and then he'll just stay up there. But I think this is a pretty good level. It's not touching the ground, but it's kind of at the trunk. I like where it is. So let's get to all the play things in the middle. So we've got this drum set, which is pretty much a typical, I guess, handmade drum set. And the one back here is all the helmets. There's the Sand Trooper, the Death Trooper, well not the Death Trooper, the Death Star Trooper, and then the Scout Trooper helmet. So that's that. We've got little drumsticks back there and a spear. And then behind that, we got where we keep the captured Jedi and whoever else. I guess you could put Han Solo there before they start burning him. And speaking of Han Solo burning, this is my favorite play feature in the entire set. When you spin them, the fire also spins. I just think that's genius. I just really love this play feature. Okay, enough of that. So then there's C-3PO on his throne. And this is also a play feature. You can pretend that he's been floating around. And has the clear rod in the back. And a clip. That's really nice. Oh, and this, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but this is the thing from the back with the logs. And pretty much this entire thing, it's not really hollow. It's where a lot of pieces go. Well, that and all the trees and everything else. That's where all the pieces go, in fact. But so let's do the overview of the set now. So this is the entire set together. It's the first time you've seen it, well, from my video at least. And I added the one thing to connect them, which is the bridge, which is a very cool build. And I like it. However, when you move stuff, it has different personality to it. So, I thoroughly enjoyed building this set. It took me a good 6 hours to do it. Probably wouldn't have taken me as long if I had gone straight through, I don't think. Because I would have had, like, been into it and everything. But I had to stop so much because my camera battery kept dying, so that's annoying. But well, okay. So I didn't show you before, but here is the my phone is having really bad quality tonight. But these are the stickers. So these two go in the one trunk, and then this one goes in the black panel, obviously. These are all the stickers in the set. Not a lot at all. But, and then something I forgot to mention in the intro is that 3 instruction manuals. And each pretty thick, about, how long is this? About 75 pages each. So yeah. As I said before, I enjoy this set. Would I recommend this set? For custom builders, absolutely. It has great pieces in it. And lots of Star Wars pieces, lots of minifigures. And I'm doing the minifigures in a separate video. So that's going to be that. There'll be an annotation and a link in the description. So this set was a pretty good build. It felt a little bit repetitive, but not too much, because each trunk was similar in design, but not they weren't completely the same, but they're a little bit similar. So I'll give this set for what it is. Guessing it's hard because it's my first big set. I'm trying to give this a rating, maybe between an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I don't want to go too high just because it's a big set, an expensive set. That's what most people would do. It's like, oh, it's a big set, so therefore it's a good set. That's not necessarily true. But it has good play features. It has a ton of play features. Each tree has a play feature. The one tree has 2 play features. That has all the play features in the main part. So it represents the village well. And so I enjoy this. And I was not able to buy it thanks to the Colonial Lug, which is a lug group which stands for Lego User Group, which is basically just a Lego club, and we are in the we live close to Philly. There will be a link in the description to the website. And yeah, thanks to them I was able to review the set.